Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Today, we're unpacking a concept that might completely flip how you look at entrepreneurship. We're talking about geographic arbitrage. Basically, it's the idea that building the right business in the right city can literally outrank and outperform thousands of dollars in ad spend. Seriously, we're going to see why your zip code and solving hyperlocal problems is kind of the ultimate cheat code for launching a venture.
So, if you ask a room full of aspiring founders what they're struggling with, you'll almost always hear this exact question. What's the best business to start? Right? It's a supernatural starting point. We look for trends, high margins, the next big thing. But honestly, we need to challenge that fundamental assumption. Because if you're asking this question, you're already setting yourself up for an uphill battle. Because the truth is, what's the best business is just the wrong question entirely. The real secret to growth, the question you actually need to be asking is, what is the best business for this city? A business model that absolutely crushes it in one community might totally tank in another. Why? Because every single market has a completely different set of needs, constraints, and demographics. Choosing the right market, that's the foundation for literally everything else. It really all boils down to this quote. Many people fail because they choose the wrong city, not the wrong business. Think about how often we misdiagnose failure. Someone closes up shop and thinks, man, my idea was bad, or my branding was off. But actually, their idea was fantastic. They just dropped a great idea into a town that didn't need it, or a market that was completely saturated. So today, we're going to break down two specific US cities heading into 2026 where demand is surging, but supply is bottlenecked. I'll show you exactly how to apply this mindset. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. Case Study 1, Waco, Texas, and the family boom. So what's actually happening on the ground in Waco? Well, over the last few years, it's seen incredibly rapid population growth, and the main driver here, real estate. As housing prices have absolutely skyrocketed in massive nearby hubs like Dallas and Austin, Waco has suddenly emerged as this highly affordable alternative. Because of this, we're seeing a massive wave of families packing up, leaving those expensive cities, and settling right in Waco. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. While the population has boomed, the local infrastructure and everyday services just haven't kept up with all these new families. Now, the key is knowing how to read that demographic data to spot your opening. The business to avoid right now, coffee shops. Waco is already heavily saturated. Unless your barista is handing out winning lottery tickets with every latte, it's going to be incredibly tough to stand out against the local and national chains. But look at the opportunity on the flip side, an affordable childcare center. Because of that family migration we just talked about, so many parents are working full-time, and finding affordable daycare is literally a nightmare. Wait lists are crazy long, and demand keeps climbing. That right there is a massive, desperate, local problem just begging for a solution. Now, if you decide to jump into this market, you can't just slap a sign on a building and expect to win. You have to tailor it to these specific relocating families. The winning formula here? It requires flexible hours to actually accommodate full-time working parents. You need demonstrably safe facilities, top-tier customer service, and this is crucial, reasonable prices that actually match the affordable lifestyle these folks move to Waco to find in the first place. Nail those 4 pillars, and you've got a fantastic shot at building a deeply loyal local customer base. All right, moving on to case study 2, Huntsville, Alabama, and the tech influx. Right now, Huntsville is operating as an absolute booming technological frontier. It's actually one of America's fastest growing tech hubs. The macro factors driving this are massive expansions in aerospace, the defense industry, and the tech sector overall. We're talking corporate and government expansions, bringing in thousands upon thousands of new workers. And think about it. When you drop thousands of highly specialized, super busy professionals into a city, you instantly create a spiking need for everyday lifestyle services to support them. So where's your opening here? Well, you can definitely skip the fast food franchise. Huntsville already has plenty of them. The upfront capital is huge, and competition is cutthroat. Instead, pivot over to home cleaning and property maintenance. Remember that massive influx of busy aerospace and tech pros? What's their number one pain point? Time. They simply do not have time for house cleaning, lawn care, or small home repairs. Service businesses like this require way less startup capital than a burger joint, and they plug directly into a very real, very local need. To really capture that tech and aerospace crowd in Huntsville, you'll want to focus on time-saving property services that you can put on monthly recurring contracts. That's the magic word, recurring revenue. We're talking weekly cleaning, deep cleaning, and basic handyman work. Plus, since so many new workers are constantly relocating there for these jobs, offering specialized move-in and move-out services is a highly strategic way to grab customers the literal minute they step foot in the Huntsville market.
Okay, so how do we apply all this to your own ventures? Let's get into section 3, the strategy, focusing on the location matrix. This quote really is the guiding philosophy behind the whole location matrix. Smart business owners solve problems, not just sell products. Seriously, if you take nothing else away from this explainer, remember that one line. We have to completely reframe our mindset here. It isn't about blindly pushing a product you think is cool. It's about identifying a distinct, localized community need and filling that gap. The childcare center in Waco? That solves the problem for migrating working parents. The home maintenance in Huntsville? That solves the time-poor tech workers problem. See the pattern? So before you invest a single dollar of your own money, you need to run your idea through this 5-point research matrix. Step 1, population growth. Is the city actually growing and exactly who is moving there? Step 2, household income. Can the locals comfortably afford your service? Step 3, honestly assess the local competition. Don't sugarcoat it. Step 4 is customer demand. Are there literal wait lists for your service like we saw in Waco? And finally, step 5, future development plans. You want to see where the city is heading over the next 10 years. Run these 5 exact metrics and you'll eliminate the vast majority of your geographical risks right out of the gate. All right, let's bring it all together in our final section, the 2026 Landscape Summary and Strategic Execution. Think of this as your direct blueprint for geographic strategy as we head into 2026. In Waco, target affordable childcare and definitely avoid coffee shops. Down in Huntsville, home maintenance is the prime target, while fast food is a hard pass. Notice the trend here? The best opportunities are almost never these glamorous, flashy trends. They are highly practical, essential services tailored directly to the shifting demographics of those specific cities. That's the secret sauce. Which brings us to one final question I want to leave you with today. What hidden problems are waiting to be solved in your city? I really challenge you to stop chasing national trends and start analyzing your own local economy. Look at the migration patterns, look at the local wait lists, look for the everyday friction, because honestly, that's where your greatest opportunity is hiding. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep analyzing, keep looking for that geographic edge, and I'll catch you next time.